but I'd like to deliver a few brief remarks about why we're focusing on this as a Chamber of Commerce. Because we have dreams, ambitions, intentions, and again, as the minister just mentioned, there are chambers of commerce across not only Israel, but across the globe. And each chamber will have its own focus, its flagship projects that it's leading. Why did we, as the Judea and Samaria Chamber of Commerce and Industry, choose to move forward first with an Israeli-Palestinian International Economic Forum? Why is this our focus? Why is this, if you will, our brand? And so to explore that, Shai, if we can get the next slide. You'll see the Judea and Samaria Chamber of Commerce and Industry will cultivate and promote an integrated business community to ensure regional stability and sustainable long-term, and substantiate long-term sustainability. What are those terms, stability and sustainability? Shai, if we can get the next slide. Excuse me, I see the clicker here. I'll make life easier on you and possibly on myself. Okay, so what is the framework that we're referring to here? Businesses, in certain respects, have a mind of their own. Every business wants to succeed for its own purposes. But as a Chamber of Commerce, we look to see what is the compound effect of multiple businesses working with a shared trajectory, a shared direction. And so we need to take the individual business and see them in the context of a business sector. We then need to take the business sector and look at it in the context of a business community. Community is what we're building here today. As the minister mentioned, you go outside and you grab a bite to eat or a drink and you interact with your neighbor. This is where we build business community. We also do it in the trenches, of course, through business deals, but through an awareness that we need to be building something beyond the individual building block of a specific business. The concept is, the more we compound our efforts with a shared trajectory, the more we create new opportunities. Another principle at play here is the simple principle of free trade. Again, the minister mentioned a free trade agreement between Israel and Canada. We're starting here with free trade amongst neighbors. We're talking about neighbor-to-neighbor business relationships. There are many, it would seem to be countless at times, many relationships between Palestinian businesses and Israeli businesses on either side of the Green Line. But there are, ironically, more challenges sometimes for neighbors to work with one another. Those challenges need to be overcome. Public-private partnerships, this is something we'll go into a little bit more in tomorrow's sessions. But for today, the idea is we can't wait for government handouts to make things happen. We also can't wait for government to take initiative. We need the business sector to move forward, to determine its own desirable outcomes, to encourage government to come alongside and be supportive, and then find a mutual form of investment. We can't wait for government to do the job for us. We need to see the business community investing in its own future. And last, and I think this is really important, we are not talking about politics. We're speaking with people involved in politics. That's part of leveraging our strength. But there's no commitment or agenda here for a particular political outcome to the uncertainty factors that exist in the region that we live in. We are not promoting any form of solution. We don't even believe in solutionisms. And indeed, amongst all of our members, and we're all volunteers, this volunteer-driven organization is not promoting any political agenda. We don't even agree necessarily on where we need to be going. It's not on the table.